Here we go. So this is your ViSCA semi-final number 1, 2020. And there they go. That's Dwarf leading the way around the outside. Jay can't lean on him. He's going to try and get back up the inside. These two now going into turn 1. And One Time Grey goes up the inside. That's a good move from One Time Grey. He now leads the race, followed by Mamo. And who's that spun round there? That's Mamo. Mamo is right at the back. Sean 136 up into second place. Dwarf in third. Grew all the way from row 6 is made up to second place. We said before the race started he was going to be one of the hard chargers. One Time Grey, I'll be honest with you, I was watching the practice before this meeting, before this race. One Time Grey was not going well in practice. So to see him out front is very impressive. And that's Dwarf caught on the final corner. He's at the end of the race for Dwarf. He's had to reset his car. That is a nightmare for Dwarf. He is now right at the back of the grid. Mamo in 14th as well. He's not had a great start. One Time Grey leads from Grew. And Sean 136 in third place. Harris up to 4th place. Bristow in 5th. Woody in 6th. Woody coming from the back of the grid also. That's a great start from him. Outcast sat in 7th place. As I mentioned earlier on, he is putting some good lap times in tonight. Outcast, he could be one to watch. As this race goes on, we might move towards that 6th place battle. You can see Jay Cant, he was started on pole. He's down in 10th place, but expect to see him make his way up. And that's Mamo spun round. That is, I think, the end of the race for Mamo. That is a shame for him. I had him down tipped as one of the ones to qualify tonight, and it's not going to happen for him. He's going to have to rely on the last chance on the World Final night. 2 will go through from that. So it's One Time Grey who leads the way, and he's coming up to lap Dwarf, and there's a lot of cars on this back straight. The top 6 are looking fairly comfortable at this point. You can see them coming into shot down in the bottom corner there. So still One Time Grey, Grew in 2nd place, Sean in 3rd, Bristow 4th, Harris in 5th, and Woody in 6th. Woody has just been taken by Outcast. We might jump on board with that battle now for that all-important 6th place, as if we can find the drivers. There he is, Outcast in 6th place, and there is Woody has indeed gone, and Shulik goes through the back of Ghosty there. So I think all we're left with here now is, can Jay Cant, who's currently sat in 7th place, catch up to Outcast? And normally I'd say yes, but as I mentioned, Outcast going very fast at the moment. He is now catching up to Harris. What you got to remember, obviously, with this being a semi-final, the qualifying is top 6 only, so these drivers who are already in the top 6, they're not going to be that interested in arguing for the positions. We saw Sean was in 3rd, and I think he's kind of let Bristow through because he knows he doesn't need to be any higher than he currently is sat in. He's back into 3rd place. Who have we lost? We've lost a driver. Grew has gone. Grew is down into 7th place now, so Grew battles with Jay Camp for that all-important 6th place. I can't see them two taking each other out, but then a driver like Grew, if he wants this last place, he might have to take Jay Cant out. As he goes back up the inside, he's having a look, and that's One Time Grey down in 5th place. No idea what's happened to One Time Grey. We're missing all the action here. That leaves Bristow leading it. One Time Grey goes over the side, and that means now that Grew and Jay Cant are both through 5th and 6th place, and Ghosty in 7th is the next man who won't make it through. This is turning into an absolute classic of a race. We don't even know what's going on at the front because we're trying to keep an eye on this all-important 6th place. We might jump back to the front and have a look what's going on for the lead at the moment, and jump back to this 6th place battle as the race goes on. So up front here we can see Bristow well out in front, 1st place, followed by Sean in 2nd. Bristow is a very quick driver, one of the only drivers to use the wheel, so I'm very surprised to see him going so well on this bumpy track with the wheel. Maybe the wheel's an advantage on a track like this. Big Dog pulls onto the inside. Not the race he was hoping for. He was one of the specialists around here, and maybe he's having some car problems there. Bristow now stretching his lead over Sean, and then 3rd place is a long way back. It is that man Outcast. As we are going to jump back onto the battle, I think, for 6th and 7th. That's Jay Cant there. He's got Grew right behind him, and Ghosty in 7th. Ghosty's the man that will miss out at this stage. Jay Cant going up the inside of Harris now into 4th place. Harris in 5th. What's Harris going to do here? He knows he's got a couple of places cushion. He can afford to let Grew past and still qualify for the main race. But will Grew maybe try and get past Harris and move him out the way? You don't want to leave yourself open for a shot, that's for sure. Grew going into the back of Outcast. That pushes Outcast wide and up the side. Is this going to allow Ghosty in with a chance of a qualifier? And Outcast has spun. Outcast is over. Gru's over as well. We're going to try and jump on board with these guys. What's going on down here? Gru is still in 6th place. He went over the side. Now that's Stagia Tulip in 7th place. And Dwarf is coming back. Dwarf in 8th place now. Remember, he spun round very early on. Can he make this? He's got about, what would you say, 50 yards there to try and catch Gru. Dwarf now into 7th place. He's got 1 lap left to do it. Is he going to make it? As they go across the line one last time. And I think it's going to be Gru that's going to take that 7th place. Bristow takes the win. Well done to him. Sean 136 coming home in 2nd place. Harris makes an impressive 3rd place. He must have got back past Jay Cant. Ghosty in Jay Cant in 4th. Ghosty in 5th. And Gru in 6th place. Meaning Dwarf misses out there. One of the big drivers misses out. Wow, what a race that was.